Now there's also Peter. And we know Peter has his own story after this as well. And Jesus is gonna address it later on in this chapter too. But what Peter's gonna do is he's gonna deny. It's another thing, Peter denies Jesus. And again, this concept, what does that even mean, deny? He's gonna deny Jesus. If you really look into the story of what takes place when Peter denies Jesus, what's happening is Jesus is standing in that courtroom after he's been arrested, and the religious leaders are looking at him and they're questioning him about the things that he has been teaching. They said, have you been saying this? Have you been teaching this? Is this what you're saying? And Jesus says, if you remember the story, Peter had kind of like followed in the background and was kind of creeping around, and he was there in the room. And what Jesus says to the religious leaders is he says, pretty much in my own words, but what he's saying to them is, there are people here who have heard my teaching. You can just ask them and they can verify my account. They can verify my story. That's what he says right before they look at Peter and they say, aren't you one of his disciples? As in, aren't you one of the ones who has been hearing him teach? Aren't you someone who can verify his story? Are you somebody that could stand as a witness for him and help his case? And that's Peter denying Jesus. An opportunity to help Jesus, an opportunity just for him to say, he's not lying, I've been there. He's not saying these crazy things that everybody's lying about. But when Peter denies Jesus, that simple phrase that we say, it holds so much weight. He completely runs away from an opportunity to help Jesus. And that's what Jesus is seeing as he's washing Peter's feet.